Good afternoon, fellow garden adventurers. I'm Kelly, aka K2, and this is K2 Garden Adventure. This channel is dedicated to me building my dream gardens and miniature farm here on the beautiful central coast of California. So this afternoon, a couple of fun projects I want to finally get done, and let me turn this around and show you what it is we want to do. All right, so the first thing is want to finally finish this little wisteria garden. So um, I still had this one multicolor lantana that needs to get planted out front. And in its place, I needed a Tiara blue Supertunia so I could fill it in. Well, I was able to get hold of 3 more. So I'm going to do one out there, one in the middle, and then one over here on the side. And that should just fill in this wall of beautiful purple and white in the back. So that's the first thing. The next thing, I need to finally get this Chinese wisteria and this um, American style wisteria. And what are the exact names of these are Amethyst Falls. Is this littler one, and then this guy, this bigger one, is the Cook's Select. Which is the Chinese variety, and then this Caroline, which is leafing out, and you can see is already putting out a bloom. This one is a Japanese variety. So what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to install, a paver here and over here. But what I'll probably do is move the Japanese over and put the American in the middle, and again the tall Japanese on the other side, so it looks a little more balanced, with the idea that eventually all 3 will be coming up over the top, and their beautiful blue and purple flowers will be dropping through the top of this rose garden pergola. So speaking of rose garden, all 4 of the David Austin climbing roses that were just planted a couple of months ago are growing like crazy, and the Happy Jack clematis pretty much on all 4 has made it to the top of the trellises I put there for them. So what I'm also going to need to do is start training these climbing roses. They're definitely, the canes are long enough to start training these climbing roses onto these trellises. But that's, that's just kind of fun. Here, we can back up a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. Yeah. All right, so that's the first thing I'm going to do, and let me get started on that, and then depending on how much time is, I'll introduce other things that I want to get done. And then the thing that got us out here was planting this multicolor lantana that's pinks and yellows, and it is right here, and it is all hooked up to drip as well. And then I plugged the other old drip hole. It looks like most of the firelight tidbits are still alive, but some of them possibly are dead. I do have some replacements waiting to go that I got back in the fall when everything was real cheap, as nurseries were trying to clear out their inventory before winter. So anyways, all right, so wow, those petunias out front are amazing. Gotta love those bubble gums. Hopefully the saffrons and Bordeaux's will catch up a little bit, but I'll probably have to trim the bubble gums back a second time, because again, they always want to take over the world. All right, so let me get back to the project I started, which was in the wisteria garden. I'll walk a little bit along here. Oh, it looks like my other green stock tower planter just arrived. I'll give you a preview of that. Gosh, I love these blue hydrangeas. I decided um, I don't think soil acidifier, any amount of soil acidifier is going to work, because I put a whole bunch in a couple of times and things are still coming out pink up here. So anyways, I might just have to buy blue ones every year. Again, we have really hard water here, so that's nice. This is lovely. This is actually the first bloom on this camellia here, which, you know, we're in mid-April, and those are supposed to bloom in, say, December, January, but that's okay. I will take the blooms anytime they want. That other green stalk is going right here, and I'm gonna split apart the this tower of strawberries, so that'll allow me to mix in unplanted levels, so I can plant all those runners and get some more free strawberries. And oh, what is happening to these roses? That doesn't look good. I'll have to double check and make sure they're getting water. Something to check on. Anyway, so we are back here in the wisteria garden. So got to get these 2 wisterias in their containers, and those 3 Tiara blue Supertunias in the ground, and then everything on drip, and got to put a couple of pavers in place. So going to start back on the original job. Okay, we are back here in the wisteria garden, and I've got my 2 large containers that I'm going to plant the wisteria in. But before I do that, I need to set up the paver platforms they're going to sit on. So got this one cut out. I had to move over a drip line because, you know, I wasn't planning on doing 3 wisteria when I put this stuff in, but that was an easy enough fix. So I got this one in nice and level. So now I just need to do this one over here, and I'll check back in with the next progress report. All right, so I've got all 3 stones in, well, the 2 new ones, and I've got the drip ready to go for the new containers. So I'm doing a solid drip line to get up into the container. Then I've got 12 emitters, which is enough to wrap around inside and out, so I can do some flowers around the top, like I did over here on the Japanese wisteria. So also discovered a big gopher tunnel that was going underneath this stone here, so I'm going to try to wedge in a gopher hawk off to the side of this guy when I'm all done. So time to start filling stuff up with dirt and get these wisteria in their new homes. Okay, so one of the awesome potting hacks that I picked up from Laura and Jenny, Laura at Garden Answer and Jenny at Creekside, was to plant your smaller container in your larger container, get everything exactly how you want lined up, etc., and then carefully remove the container. Now I pop it out and it drops right back in perfectly, and if you're careful not to spin it, it'll sit exactly right. So very cool trick I learned from very experienced gardeners. And we are done. All right, so whew, finally got this done. I'm so glad. All right, so if you saw the beginning of the video, I had this one Caroline wisteria, which is a Japanese variety. Got it last year. It has overwintered. It is blooming now and leafing out, so it survived. It got it into this big canister. I planted it in there about, I don't know, a month ago or so. I made a video. Anyways, it was in the middle, but then I saw this gorgeous wisteria that was in full bloom. The blooms have mostly fallen off now, but it was absolutely beautiful. decent price on a great sale, 20% off at Miners Ace Hardware. So I went ahead and picked it up. And also this American Wisteria. This one is what, Amethyst Falls, and this one is Cook Select. So at any rate, so I've got a Japanese, an American, and a Chinese. So that's really cool. I happen to have 2 more of those exact same containers, so it was super easy to just get those there. Everything's hooked up to drip. I can now go find some fun flowers to plant around the top of the other 2 wisteria pots, so I'll do that in some future video. Yeah, so again, you know, maybe this year when this wisteria gets going. I remember when I grew it in a container at my last place, it didn't do much the first year, but the second year it really took off. So not really sure, because these are more mature wisteria, but I think the American one is already going. I put a pole in there for it to climb up, and you know, the idea is to have them all climbing over the top, and then their flowers hanging down, and then on each post again I've got 4 David Austin climbing roses and a Happy Jack clematis at each corner as well. So this rose pergola should be really beautiful. Got the viola fields over here with a nice fountain that runs. That transplanted Mexican sage is taken off and is doing great. So really love this area. And then of course the backdrop is the citrus orchard and the vineyard tree. So absolutely wonderful place to hang out, and the smells that are going to come off those wisteria and 12 English roses and Arabian jasmine and gardenias and catalpas and lavender. Yeah, this will be a really nice place to be, day or night, because I think it looks beautiful here in the evening all lit up. So here's some bonus coverage of the wisteria wall, but with more light. Got the Caroline Japanese, Amethyst Falls American, and the Cook Select Chinese, and then all those beautiful Tiara blue Supertunias in the back, and all those beautiful violas off to the side. So that is what it looks like in the daytime. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If there's something I did you got a question on, please ask. If there's something you think I could do better, please let me know. I'm still learning. And make sure if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe, hit that bell notification. I try to drop at least 5 videos a week. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm still a few days behind on videos, but anyways, you have a wonderful evening, and until the next video, happy gardening.